Hey, how you doing? Welcome. Who is it? Is it Lisa? Leah? Who we got in here? Hey, I was just gonna be on here a few minutes just to see what's going on. I haven't been on here in a few days. However, I have made a few posts. I'm just checking in because of what the things I've been hearing and watching. It happens to be that a lot of things are coming together all at once, and I don't know what that means, but I'm excited about it. And that is that we've got, well, the equinox ends on the 21st, and then we have Three Eye Atlas coming in right around Hanukkah, right around the start of Hanukkah, maybe through Hanukkah. I don't know. Originally, I heard it was going to be closest to Earth on the 19th, and it turns out, hey, everybody, but I heard it was going to be closest on the 19th, and I've heard the 15th, so I know it's just right around the time. And then we got Hanukkah going on. The eighth day of Hanukkah, I think, is the last day of the equinox. It's literally like a lot of things are coming together right now. Uh, I watched a guy last night. His name was New Moon Rapture. I believe that's what it's called. And you go check it out. He's got some definitely good things going on there. He's one of those 100 percenters, and I definitely enjoyed listening to it. Y'all go check him out. He had a lot of things to show on Hanukkah and the uh, I don't know how everything's coming together. And then I'm watching Three Eye Atlas at the same time, doing the same thing. Is it possibly the Ark? Well, quite possibly. You know, could it be the deception? Quite possibly. We don't really know how it's going to go. And then, I think a lot about the rapture as to what that truly entails. Like, what is the rapture? I mean, we got an idea what the rapture is, right? The idea is that we kind of disappear, right? Evaporate. And that may very well be. I'm not. I'm looking at it in all directions. I always look at the rapture as like what could happen. You know, what might happen as far as like, or is it? I know you want to be the one gone because there's wrath coming, right? And wrath is what you're avoiding, and it's coming upon the earth. So we would have to be gone. So that only makes sense that way, really. I mean, or would we be like rapture mean that suddenly wrath doesn't affect you, where it affects some people? And you walk amongst them without things happening. That would make you seem a lot like the two witnesses, right? I mean, if you think about it, uh, if things suddenly changed, you were raptured away from wrath, but you were all in the same place. But I just don't see it the way I feel like we're going to evaporate, right? And that's the way I've always seen it. However, I always try to repent and rethink things out. And, and like, repent just means rethink, Yeah, and I believe so too. And I believe so within this. Well, I mean, it's just, I hate to say, I don't like to say dates or anything, but it just narrows down to some dates, right? I mean, it does it on its own. I mean, it's not like I've really got to say anything. Look at it narrowing down, and here it is. We've been through September, October, November, and now we're in December, and that's all the autumn equinox, and I've always, when I was told that 10 years ago in 2015, uh, it, I took it as 10 years from that moment, right? 10 years from the exact moment. And I just, like I say, in my post earlier today, I was talking about, hey, we got 11 people in here. How about some likes? I don't get anything else. How about some likes? But anyway, yeah, I'm just like say I pay attention to all the things going on. Everything's falling into place. That's right. It's like a puzzle, and we're sitting here with the last couple pieces looking where to put them. And regardless of dates, it's soon. We know it's soon. How soon? Maybe soon as this month, right? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the autumn equinox to not fail me. Being that I've heard a lot of, we've heard a lot of dates, guys, have we not? I mean, we've been through a lot in the last 3 or 4 months, and I enjoy it, but at the same time, I've been so sure of myself for 10 years. For 10 years, I've been so sure of myself. And then you have all these people come out and all these dates and all these, I would say basically one person came out, two or three people came out, and then the rest of them, they kind of like feed off of what they've been saying and their dreams and their visions and stuff. Yeah. And I believe so, I believe that everything's coming together like it's supposed to. And that's how I want to be. I want to be there. I want to be 100%, look and go, that's it. But, you know, we've been through so much that it's even for me, like I've been so sure of myself for 10 years to sit back and go, wait a minute, what, all these people, what made them think that they had such a authentic experience, because I I know mine was authentic. It was, I mean, genuine, and I may be using the wrong word, genuine. Okay, and so okay, I'll go check the Tabernacle of the Bride. That New Moon Rapture was really good, and not Rapture Moon Ready or whatever. It's New Moon Rapture Channel. Okay, go check it out. That guy has a really good video in there, and he's 100% that it's happening this month. I mean, he's narrowed it down about 6, 7, 8 different ways of why it's going to be. I've been saying I'm looking more towards December for 3 months. Okay. Although other people were saying other things, and I'll believe for some super high watch dates because we're on all high watch dates at this moment. And super just means watch even harder, right? Or, be a little more excited on that day. Well, that's what I did. But as I go through them, and, I can't deny that I sit back and I watch and I go, wow. You have one guy saying, I'm a percent sure. Billion% sure doesn't leave much room for anything else. Said, I've never said I was a billion% sure of what I said, if I took what I was told as it was said to me, then, and I interpreted it right because it was told to me direct. And that's why I was thinking, I was like, okay, well, I am 49, and I knew it happened when I'm 49. Also, 10 years is 10 years all year long. And I think about that and I go, wow, is my thinking wrong? Because I don't think so, but I just, all these other people have affected me just a little bit. Sinners, there's no other Lord besides Jesus, okay? Yeah, and that's how I feel. I've got questions, but now I don't no longer have the prophet Elijah to talk to ask these questions, And when it was happening, I was like in such awe that I think I just let him talk and I absorbed it. I didn't really ask questions because I didn't want to taint what's in here with what was going on in there. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, I didn't want to plant things in his head and expect something in return. I just let him flow, because he was a kid, so that's just the way I'm looking at it. Hey, 13 people, 7 likes. What? Nobody likes me? But anyway, yeah. Thank you so much, Sonny. I appreciate that. Not everybody feels that way, But I would say like most people that come in here, do, but then you'll get that message. You know what I mean? And it's one of those messages that's like a cancer in your comments because literally everything can be going great. You're growing one message and I'll lose subscribers to a message, you know. It's really not been growing a lot lately. But the rapture message is not as exciting to people as it was like to us. To us it's real exciting. But our number group is not as big as it was, you know. And I want to say that not the I don't want to say their oil has run out or something like that because that's Holy Spirit driven. But thank you, Sonny. But like I say, I just trying to think this thing out all the way through, not be over. But then I would change my message that I've given for 10 years. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been so sure of the fall of this year for 10 years. And not 7, not just a few months. All these people saying this has nothing to do with what yeah. But, I just wish that they was excited as they are in September when it was September 23rd and everybody was watching and so excited and, the date passed. I wish that excitement was still around because the rapture hadn't happened yet. And I have people say, oh, don't kick the can down the road. Well, the thing is that if it hasn't happened, where does the can go? Backwards? You know what I'm saying? It only has to go. We work off dates. That's just the way it goes, and it just gets kicked down the road if it didn't happen already, Oh, I did talk to Joseph Allen. He did contact me. And I've talked to several of them. And he says that anytime now, which I know that, but it could happen anytime in between or, whatever. But I'm with everybody else. I believe it's going to happen this year. I'm with everybody else. And I was even told that 10 years ago. All it is the failed dates have affected my mind a little bit as, wow, they were also sure of themselves. What was their experience? All right, good. Like I say, I'm just spilling my heart out here on here. Just, I got to say that I've been excited about it and try to keep people excited, but as time's gone on, some of the messages get uglier. I had a guy the other night tell me, why don't you read your Bible? I have done nothing but read that Bible for years and years and years. And, I don't question another person's reading. However, reading don't get you there. I've had spiritual experiences to go with this Bible. And oh, thank you. I appreciate that, and I thank you, Sonny. I appreciate you guys, and I always have a good group come on here. And like I say, do you guys remember just about two months ago, I would open up, 70 to 100 people would be in here at points. It probably narrowed down, but it's just not that way. I don't know. I'm just, like I say, I'm excited, but I'm really tired, guys. I've been working on a website that's not working out too good for me. Can't get anything working on it right. So literally Cyber Mondays done went by and I missed it, and just, I'm ready for the Lord, y'all. I'm ready. I'm not doing great, so I'm ready for the Lord. I'm just ready. I'm tired. I'm tired and ready, ready. I mean, at least ready to go be something else, go do something else, and get on my life's journey to something besides this place. I'm not happy with this world. Are y'all? I'm not happy with this world. This world's been horrible. You know, and I know a lot of people like if we were all, you know, rich and, you know, had, would we think this world was so bad? I don't know, you know. That's why we have to step back and see the world for the way it is. That's why God keeps us where we're at, so that we can see what's going on. We're to witness this, you know. But that's why the rich man doesn't have, you know, have easier walking through the eye of a needle, right? And a camel walking through the eye of a needle. What I think that's how it goes. But you know that I look at their lives and I can see they love this world. Well, thank you. You know, I think about you guys often. I mean, honestly, I spent about 3 months here, just every day. You know, I just needed to give encouragement and try to bring everybody together and see that we're all thinking the same way and that we're looking for the Lord and to remain excited. Uh, you know, but like I say, I've just had a rough week, so it's not. I haven't been on here because of how my week's been going. You know, worried about, you know, finances and stuff like that. So been trying to work on different avenues to make money, and it just I don't know. I can't get. I've had so many errors in this doggone Shopify stuff. Like I can't even get my products to show because I got so many errors and I don't even know how to fix them. I'll go and fix them and they just undo themselves. But you know, I like I say, guys, it's just been a rough week and I've stayed up all night last night because this has been keeping my mind busy and I really don't want to be thinking about this stuff. I really would like to put this down and just focus on the Lord. However, the bills won't stop coming. You know what I mean? Regardless of where I'm at. Oh, I understood. I didn't misunderstand you. But that's good because Allah is not the Lord. Hey Brian, what's going on, brother? Glad to have everybody in here. I've got 14 in here right now, and I'm glad to have you guys. I wish you'd stay, you know. But I understand. Yeah, like I say, I've just been thinking a lot and you know, trying to get this thing going, and it's not working out for me quite as well as it did the first time I ever did it. And but I wasn't good at it then. Now I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm doing and getting it set up, obviously. But um, I've opened up a store called PaisleyGrove.org, and it's just a clothing store. Y'all might just go look at it and tell me what you think of the website. Just because I've been working hard on it, but um, my store's up, but I can't get my ads to show on Google, which, you know, people see your ad, then they click on it, and they end up at your website. So literally, my website's just sitting out there, and with no ads, you know. So I'm working on it. But like I say, if y'all would just go to PaisleyGrove.org and take a look at my design and tell me, you know, shoot me a comment, tell me what you think, you know. I'm just trying anything, right? I this past year, or actually not, in October was a year um, since I had 5 major surgeries, and it put me down. So doctor says file for disability, so I did, and they sent an investigator out, and he had me looking at a lineup of people that used my name and stole some stuff, and so I couldn't pick out any of them, and it wasn't even a real investigator. He was just investigating me, and of course I didn't want to be in any kind of dealings with somebody that was stealing from companies and stuff. So I blew myself up bigger than I was to the wrong guy. So it runt me on my Social Security. And so of course, I didn't really want to be living that low anyway, but so I'm trying other avenues, you know. Had my bicep put back on my arm. It got ripped off. My new knee, and 5 hernias, and just all kind of things. I became diabetic this year, and I get just a number of the issues that I really just ready to be done with. I'm ready to go be with the Lord, y'all. I'm ready, and y'all know you guys are ready and excited, right? And I'm not trying to. I'm just telling y'all about my life. It's not nothing's perfect. It's just I stay excited because I know the time is close. The Lord will gather us to Him here soon, and it's just knowing what kind of soon. Is it days away? Is it a couple weeks away? Are we a month away? What are we? Where are we at? And uh, like I say, we've had I don't know about 6, 7 different dates, right? Sets of dates to watch, and I had every reason to believe that this person's had a genuine experience, right? And that why would they lie about it? I don't think they're lying. Maybe they misinterpreted it, or maybe it's going to all rain true, right? Maybe it'll all come together, and we'll find out everybody was right in their different way. I don't know. I just wish it would be that way. And naturally, I know my experience is real, and if it passed by, if I was looking at I would be totally confused, right? Yeah, yeah. And we've got to look, we've got a lot of people that sit back and go, oh, more needs to happen, more needs to happen. Before what? Before the second coming? Because that second coming, we come with them. So, some say that it's enough's happened and we're well past it, overdue, right? Some say, well, there's more to happen. And there's, the people that believe there's more to happen, they will argue and, I mean, all but cuss you out. You know what I mean? Call you everything but a child of God. Just to, because of whatever reason they believe whatever they believe, from whatever little snippets or whatever that they get out of the Bible, that, because I never found anybody that reads straight down the line. Yeah, the time has come and I'm ready. Are you guys ready? Are you excited? If you thought about what you're going to say to the Lord, right? When you're face to face with Him, how He's going to have time for each one of us, right? In our own special way. I can't wait, guys. I mean, and I don't think He's not going to let me down, y'all. He's not going to let us down. You know that. So, like I say, it's just, now that we say 20 days and we've been going this week and that week and next week, well, 20 days seems like a year away, don't it? Seems like it's a long time, And when I say 20 days, it's just because that's the way I took it. That's the way a lot of people have taken it, So, and these guys that said feast days, well, have all the feast days passed? Are they what we actually know they are? We know that all the calendars have changed. I don't know how anybody could, peg it from all the calendar changes and stuff. But hey, guys, 15 people, 9 likes. Anyway, yeah. So, like I say, guys, I just wanted to get on here and say hello and tell y'all I love you, Brian, Sonny, all of you guys, sinners and saints. I really appreciate you guys, checking on me, and I get shot texts from people and sent comments, even when I don't put anything out, just checking on me, and that means a lot to me. Okay, it means I have built a family on here, a family, a real family, the family that believes like you do and feels like you do, and we just met each other across paths along the lines on here, and maybe you saw one of my videos, maybe I saw one of yours, who knows? But like I say, I haven't put anything out in a few days because I've been busy with this, and I haven't had anything to say. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest with you, I've been sitting back and observing. Watching all the stuff that I can find, so that I can put this puzzle together and bring you something, with a little clarity, right? So, just guys, if you don't give up on me, okay? I'm going to be back in action here in the next day or two. I just want to let a little time get a little closer, get past the holiday, Thanksgiving little deal here, and pray for me that my doggone store starts working right. You know, at least my ads go out. But like I say, will y'all go check my store out and tell me what you think? Shoot me a comment. Tell me the way if you think it looks, or you think I need to do something, or whatever. But it's a ladies' clothing store with other stuff. It's basically my wife's store. I'm just setting it up. Oh, thank you, Donna. You guys know I love you. You know what I mean. You know that. Y'all guys, you really have kept me going through this season. It would have been rough watching all of this and not having anybody to talk to. And as well as I do that when you believe like this and you are in the spiritual like we are, it runs away your family members and friends, that you grew up with and all this. Nobody, it's not the same. They don't want to hear it. We've watched it with Joseph Allen and different ones. It's reigns true in my family too. I would say the relationships are strained or not what they used to be because I took this path instead of just remaining the way I was, So that way they loved me. But when I took on the spiritual and started talking about God, it ran everybody off, right? So, and that's been for 10 years. It's been a very reclusive 10 years. When I told my dad about Elijah and what happened, he completely looked through me like I had a mental problem. And I can mention it. And he goes, oh. It just kills him. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to kill my experience just to make him happy, right? I was the only one at that time that would, as far as the witnesses of the Elijah thing, that never said that it didn't happen. Everybody else shied away behind closed doors, and that includes, the one I live with. So, yep, I do not love this world, and I do not love the way it is. I mean, I thank God that He made these worlds and all this stuff, but I don't want to be ugly about it. But I just don't like it here. I don't fit in here. The things here do not excite me. Give me them, you give me the nicest car, the nicest house, and without God, it means nothing to me. I wouldn't give all of this up to go be a billionaire. Right? And what I mean, I would give up my spiritual and my life to go be a billionaire. I would never trade that for nothing. And any of the things that happened to me and all the family member losses and all that, I wouldn't change it to have it all back just to take the the red pill instead of the green one, whatever it is. Go back to the way it was. I wouldn't do that. I just, there's no way to change it. But like I say, September changed a lot of things this year when Joshua come out saying, Feast of Trumpets, 1,000,000% sure. I was like, well, it's been 10 years, and I guess I should have expected somebody to come out and say these things. Then when the dates passed, I was like, and then the next passed, and then the next, and then you're just like, wow. Where do I go from here? Even my message, 5 years ago, this blew up on TikTok. I went overnight from 0 to 5,000. Then I couldn't figure out how to get back on my TikTok. So it sat there for some years. And then when I go to get on YouTube, just about time we get on, well, I'll say this. I wasn't going to get on YouTube. Joshua's message pushed me on YouTube because I was like, if these guys are going to put themselves out there like that, I can't let them do it alone, right? I can't let them do it alone and hold my message back. So I got on there and did it too. Well, now I'm in the light, right? And in the light, you know, people are, they want you to fail, you know. Some people prefer, it's like, I'd prefer the rapture over failing, wouldn't you? You know what I mean? I prefer the rapture over me failing. Seems like other people would think like that too. Not you guys, but you know what I'm saying. Like, but it's almost like they prefer that you fail because that would mean the rapture, you know, or prefer the rapture didn't come just so you fail. That's what I mean. You know, I'm saying it a little bit wrong, but I'm tired, guys, and I'm really gonna go in and get me something to eat. But I've enjoyed, look, this uplifted my spirit. So I'm just getting on here and hearing from you guys, and you know, like I say, it's been a rough couple, and I'm just ready for things to go on and be where they're gonna be. God bless you, Brian. God bless you, Lithium Kid. Oh, listen, I appreciate you guys so much. I thank you so much for sticking with me, you know, checking on me. And, of course, we've got quite a little family here of people that do this, right? And I name them a lot. But, you know, we all watch them. A lot. You watch me, but we watch them. And Holly Two Moons came out with another dream video I hadn't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it tonight. Give me something to do. So y'all want to check her out. Haven't seen anything from Joseph Allen, but Amanda, I think, is Amanda Joseph Allen's girlfriend? Does anybody know that? Does anybody know that for sure? Or does anybody know who I'm talking about? He puts videos out on Amanda's videos feed sometime. Does anybody notice that? Instead of putting it out on Joseph Allen. And I figured that was probably his girlfriend or something. I may not be right, but anyway, she's sweet. She put out, she just come out the other night, and I was watching her, and she just said, I'm going to sing you a couple songs, right? And she had the most beautiful voice, but she was, she like does it candles in the dark, basically. And she sung them two of the most beautiful a cappella songs and just poured out her heart, you know. And literally that uplifted my spirit, you know what I mean? When I didn't think that I even want to hear it. It did, it uplifted my spirit. Yeah. Yeah, and you know, I don't know if you guys watch these guys on Uplifted. You guys watch that Uplifted, and you know those 5 or 6 guys that talk. And I watch them. I watch Brandon I try to watch Brandon Biggs. And I'm perfectly okay with speaking in tongues, and I'm okay with singing. However, I'm trying to watch Brandon to hear some stuff, and he'll spend 75% of the time speaking in tongue of something I don't understand and screaming into the TV. And I tried so hard to listen to him, and I end up having to change it because it gives me anxiety. I watch Bro Scott when he was on, and I haven't seen anything out of him in a while. Joseph Allen, Amanda, Holly Two Moons, Rapture, Moon Ready. There's another New Moon Rapture channel. Check that one out. Anybody that y'all can give me to go watch, because I'm kind of burned out on everything I've been watching, and kind of like to see some kind of new something to grab my attention. If you guys could send them to me, every time you send me something, it notifies me right on my phone immediately, and I do check them and go watch them. But other than that, I really don't know anything else to say for today, other than I'm gonna have some videos coming out this week. It's basically just uplifting videos, no delving off deep into the Bible, because here we are. And when I say delving off deep, I just mean like, I can get off into some stories, and I can talk about the story from every aspect. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but how many times I broke Noah down from every person's eyes that was there. Have y'all noticed how many ways that I can take the Noah story and show you what other people thought, what they were seeing during that time, and it's just a gift like of coming from different directions of who was watching, how they felt during that time, what they must have felt, and what they were seeing, and you met Noah? You being serious? You being serious with me? When you talking about like Noah with the last name, are we? Okay, well, listen, I met Elijah, and I know how that's people, whatever, believe me or not believe me, but they can't take it away from me, and I believe you. I haven't, listen, I'm a believer. It's not hard for me to believe. You could lie to me and I might believe you. You know what I mean? Because I just have had so much spiritual happen that how could I deny it? You know what I mean? I can't like go, oh, my spiritual experience is real, but yours isn't. I'm not going to do that. I've talked with Jesus. I haven't seen him that I know of. You know what I mean? Like I may have seen him, but didn't know it. Maybe in somebody else, or that guy on the side of the road begging, and you don't give him two look, then you realize that may have been Jesus. But I spoke to him audibly. I heard him audibly when I spoke to him, and actually he did more speaking to me than I spoke to him. But I did go back and forth with him for a little bit in here, and then it moved to audible. Oh, you met him in a dream? Is that what you're saying? Oh, you bet Noah. You bet Noah was built. So you met him in a dream? Is that what you're saying, Grace? It was a dream or a vision? What was it? Oh, you just basically just talked with him in the dream. Okay. Well, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, and I believe you. You don't have to convince me. Did he give you any kind of insight? Did he tell you anything about future events or anything like that? Or was he just basically just talking to you? Brother Dana channel is good. Okay, I'll check that out. I would imagine so. Who did somebody else said they saw Noah. See, he said he saw Noah. He didn't speak to him, but that was Brandon Biggs. Said he saw Noah in a vision or something. That's awesome. That gives me chills. You just gave me chills. You guys, listen, you could make up the biggest story, and which I don't think that anybody would messing around. But I just think that some people maybe interpret things wrong or something. I don't know. I don't see why anybody would do it. I know people do it, put on, but they would trick me because I'm a believer. I've spoke with Jesus. I spoke with Elijah, and Elijah didn't come to me through a dream or a vision. Okay, those of you, if anybody's in here that don't know, I'll just say it real quick. If you haven't heard my story, but Elijah came to me through my son. When I went back and read in the Bible, the way Elijah's supposed to come to you in the last days, it says, in the last days, I'll send the prophet Elijah. He will turn the hearts of fathers to their sons and sons to their fathers. And so he definitely did. And for me to understand that passage as well as I do is only from through experience. But because before that, I never even read the part about he'll turn the hearts of fathers to their sons. Or if I did, it didn't mean anything to me. But, going back, putting it back together, I'm like, wow, I had that experience. And people go, oh, you didn't talk. You're a liar. You didn't talk to no Elijah. And I'm like, and they tell me that what the scripture means. And I'm like, somebody with no experience of the matter is going to tell the person with the experience what it means. That makes no sense, does it? Just like your experience with Noah. I can't tell you what, I hadn't had experience with Noah. How could I go tell you about the passage of Noah if you had the experience, if you had an experience that lined up with the Bible of Noah? I could tell you anything about that, right? You could tell me better than I could tell you. I only know that because of the prophet Elijah, I spoke with Jesus in 2008, okay? I spoke with Elijah in 2015. Two totally different times. Neither experience was like each other. I would imagine, Grace. Well, look, guys, like I say, I'm tired. I would stay on here longer, I plan on doing maybe a long one here soon, we'll just all chill out, maybe try to grab our Bibles and see what we could, maybe each person can add something into this rapture, and we'll see what we come up with, right? Does anybody like that idea? I got somebody just sent me a message asking me who is Zerubbabel. Oh, excuse me. I'm just still kicking this ring light around. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And big hug to everybody. And y'all have a great week or a great couple days. I'll be on here in a couple days. I've just got to rest up. I stayed up all night long working on this, and it's got me wired like in the wrong kind of way. Hugs to everybody. Love you guys. Have a good night, okay? Bye, y'all. I know it, Brian. I love you too, man. I love you guys. You guys show up to everything I have, which is awesome. You know what I mean? I can turn on this without even advertising that I'm going to have a live, and boom, I can just wait a minute and everybody starts showing up. Like I say, you guys have a good one. I'm hitting the end button right now, but you guys can hit me up in the comments or, send me I don't know how to send. Somebody sent me a text. I wasn't on here. I guess that was TikTok. But you guys can contact me any kind of way, and I'll always answer back. Love you.